So Thomas, could you shed some light on some of the mistakes that recruiters make in the initial phase? How can they avoid making such mistakes in the future?
I think, especially when you're first starting out, it's really overwhelming when you start sourcing for the first time. I'll use an example. The first job order I ever worked on was an accounting manager. The first thing I did, and recruiters that are listening that are in finance and accounting will appreciate this, is I reached out to every controller in my market. Because in my head, not understanding the industry yet, what I was telling myself was, well, controller, I know that's a management level accountant. It must be appropriate for this job. But ultimately what ended up happening is I wasted a ton of time. I ticked off a lot of potential candidates by, reaching out to them about a job they weren't even remotely interested in. It wasn't even close to the salary range. But it was just me being naive. And that's going to happen naturally, especially when you're first starting out as a recruiter. So, one of the ways to avoid that is just really find a good mentor and ask them to double check your that's ultimately what helped me is when I first started sourcing and going through lists, and it can be overwhelming, especially when you're kind of jumping from job to job. I would find somebody in my organization who knew a lot about that vertical and just say, hey, can you just give this a once over? And not dive into every single candidate on that level, but an experienced recruiter can look at one of your lists and say, yeah, you're on the right track or you're way off the mark, and prevent a lot of headaches for you down the line.
Basically, not being afraid to ask questions and openly ask questions, right?
Always, ask goes back to asking those first, second, third layer questions of the candidates. Do the same with your colleagues, your coworkers, your management. Find somebody who's ultimately going to be kind of your guiding light.